because they're the front lines, the viral attack. Scientists working with HIV were said to die from AIDS. That hasn't happened. A vaccine was supposed to be found. We have no vaccine. Well, what more can you ask for? For the flawed hypothesis. It fails every year. Another one cannot be considered in this country.
The evidence that I have seen shows me nothing of the sort to resemble anything approaching the scientific basis of evidence that what's called AIDS is caused by a viral entity or by a retrovirus, whatever the initials are, HIV, IHV, VIH, you can scramble them any way you like.
Scramble them any way you like.
The cause and cure for AIDS.
Did you hear that? Scramble it any way you like.
Questioning
is he talking to me?
Questioning is what leads to answers. Science, research, investigation of any type.
Questioning. Yes, and I am a questioning accent. Noun.
Kind begins with questions. And when we restrict
I always ask
where
questions.
those questions can go, who can ask them, and under what circumstances, we're restricting progress and knowledge. And when we're looking for answers...
But I want you to hear this. That's why I stopped it. She said, we are restricting progress. That is their favorite word. They are always needing fucking progress. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with moving forward, and there's nothing wrong with progress, but they think that they are always responsible for it. Amy should have all these microphones or whatever the fuck all this shit is in her face, in her mouth, so she can tell. Amy should have these things on so she can tell. So she can tell us. Why do we always have to go to them? Because when our people find this shit out, they're either killed, their character defamed, and Amy can tell you the things that happened to her after she found out there is no AIDS, that she did not have AIDS. And her cousin took the medication. Her cousin died. So we are tired of hearing of her, at least I am. I want to go to the end. Now, Chris died of liver failure in 2002. Her. She leaves behind 2 daughters. Why did she die? Because they gave her that in utero. So now they have given her cancer. And she is dead now. Because she took medicine. He took no medicine and rose to acclaim as an international AIDS treatment advocate. AIDS treatment advocate. But he did not take anything. Although they're still saying he tested positive. But there is one where there are people who tell you who took the drugs and the people who did not take the drugs. In 2000, he resigned after revealing that he and his wife did not take AIDS medicine and had a baby without AZT. Oh, and then he resigned. He say, fuck you, motherfuckers. Y'all ain't playing with us. In 2003, he began drug therapy and resumed mainstream AIDS work. He lives in Zambia, Africa. They don't know what type of drug therapy, but not drugs. He lived healthy without drugs until 2003 when he was diagnosed with lymphoma. Now they are giving him is this chemotherapy? Look at that. You see mother in the middle? Wow. chemotherapy. So now they say that now he does not have AIDS. Now he has another something, right? So now he is CHEM in chemotherapy. Well, he is being treated with a chemical. Guess what that chemical is? One of the chemicals is mercury. And if you have cancer, all you need is baking soda, 8 ounce of baking soda, 8 ounce glass of water to 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And there is a brother on YouTube, a little young brother at that, who can tell you that he knew someone who had cancer and they were there to see the surgery and they shot the cancer up with Arm & Hammer baking soda. How about that? Arm & Hammer baking soda. And I know Arm & Hammer baking soda, like when you get those real bad cramps in your stomach, as though you have gas, they can be hitting you with directed energy to bloat your stomach. Just drink 8 ounces of baking soda and it will stop. Baking soda will stop any type of gas. If you think it is gas or they could be hitting you, baking soda will stop it. Knock that shit out real fast. It also will knock out a headache too. Then it can stop you from having those headaches every day. Never taken AIDS medication. He is a published author and a professor of nursing at Mercy College in New York City, where he lives with his partner. Who? Robert. They almost robbed him, huh? You say hell no? But he is still part of the Crowley and Kinsey syndrome. The gating. That's what I am saying. The gating comes from them. Go and just look at the Kinsey report. Fuck my shit. My shit's just bullshit. I'm just talking shit. I'm just going on like they are going on. Go and watch it and see how Kinsey turned these people, okay? Or had them even fucking up the little girl's mindset. They were just raping children. Left and right, and getting people in to help them. And now, these people, they have AIDS, and they are gay, or they don't have AIDS, and they are gay, but still gay. Still gay. Now, the melanated man is now treated as though he is gay too. Well, he turns gay. But it is them that do it. Not like him, but, the melanated ones, the unmelanated ones who are doing this. It is mankind. And his name to me means educate and anger. He tested positive in 1986 and began AIDS drug treatments following a drop in T cells in 1996. Someone on here, they mentioned the T cells and how it can drop. And I know when you are pregnant, your T cells can drop. They can go high, they can go low. They can do all kind of stuff. I know. Because before all this AIDS came out, I was having babies, and doctors then were way different than doctors today. In 1996, see, 20 years later, I had my first child in 1976. So all this stupid shit is 20 years later. So the doctors back then, when I was having my babies, were way different than the doctors today. Way different. And then that noise, you hear that? To put you back to sleep. The sounds. Subsequent decline in health prompts his move from Los Angeles to Palm Springs, where he resides today. So he's still alive, and he is still in California. No, Palm Springs. Is Palm Springs in Florida? Wow. I think they probably have Palm Springs, California, too. They do the double takes. And this nigga, his Reggie, somebody tested positive and remains healthy until starting AIDS drugs in 1996. See? He remained healthy with his dumb, stupid ass until starting AIDS drugs in 1996. Still 20 years later. after I had my first child. He has since stopped AIDS treatment and is currently recovering in his health. He lives in New York City. See, so he must have went through experiment to see, okay, I am healthy. They say I have drugs, so let me go and take the drugs. So now I'm taking drugs. Now, see, I told you, it is the drugs that make you sick. Now I no longer take drugs, and he has since stopped AIDS treatments and is currently recovering his health. Now he is getting back his health. And the word treatments is men and rat and eat and eat. A lot of things are in here. But the word rat in Hebrew is no good government, and a lot of the funding was coming, they say, from the government. But actually, who in the government said, oh, you can have this part of the money, of the people's money, and you can have this part of the people's money? Who said that? Those are the invisible ones. But still, these are men who eat and treat other men, male and females, and eat on our brain cells. So you see, the ones who did not take the medicine are doing very well. In 1999, were hospitalized with pneumonia. See, that is what they tell you that you have. Jeffrey, somebody, was diagnosed with AIDS and immediately began drug therapy. Immediately. But look at him. That is not really a good picture of him. Let me see what he looks like bigger. No, that is really not a good picture of him, because this man, he looks like a zombie in the movie. That's the way his face looks. And behind him it says copies. So he looks more so like a drone to me. But still they are using him, and they say that he had pneumonia. That is what they say a lot of them have, and then they die from pneumonia. I just like to look at his smile. That's why I do that. His current health status and whereabouts are unknown. Of course they are unknown, because they sent him in to do the interview or whatever, because they have to be there. That's why his whereabouts are unknown. Look at him. His current health status in the United States. But look at him. If you go and you look at the video, go to 1.19.20 and you will see him. He looks like a fucking drone. Like he is not real. No, they do not know where he is, nor his health. Kathleen Tyson tested positive and does not take AIDS medication. A full-time mother. Her interests include running, organic gardening, and leading support to other HIV positive women who refuse drug treatments. You go, girl. See? Pink people, they go on to do big things. But us, we are stopped by being targeted. Amy has been stopped. So have I. She lives in Oregon with her husband, who tests HIV negative, and their 2 healthy children. See? Because she went by her own mind. Now she is still alive. So is Amy. But where is Amy's cousin, who did not go by her own mind? And why does everyone blame Amy for her cousin's death, when Amy did not administer her cousin drugs, nor did Amy's cousin heed to what Amy told her? She did take the drugs. Why did they accuse Amy and still accuse Amy? Some today still accuse Amy behind her back of killing her own cousin. And Amy had nothing to do with that. And Amy is still healthy. HIV negative newborn Felix Tyson was taken into Oregon State custody after his parents refused to give him AIDS drugs. United States. See, the word parent, this is why I say these 2 words. The word parent is given to us because our children are only there as though we are to rent our children. We are only renting our children because why? This baby possibly has a certificate of birth, which means the Queen of England owns her. The Queen of England has the deeds and the rights to your baby. And so does the United States government, to the military. They all have a right to us if we have a certificate of birth. And that's why this word is here. because we are only rents. We only rent them. They are owned by others. That's something else, and I'm not getting into that right now because I will have to prove this and go here and go there. In the state, in the Oregon state, see that? They ate the parents' brain, and man, it's just so much right here. They ate the United States. Oregon State custody. Who did that? The United States. After his parents, those who rent him, refused, they refused too. United States bullshit. What was their bullshit? To give him AIDS drugs. Also here is United States. But then they go and they pull the rug from under the parents. You no longer can rent him. We now taking him back as though he comes from Rent a Center. Isn't that a bitch? Center, C-E-N-T, money. They're doing all of this for money. Wow. Do you see this word right here, mandate? Unmandated? Really? So now they are the mandates? You know, there's a song or something that says, my mandate from heaven. Wow. And the mandates take care. Felix. Wow, look at his name. Like Felix the cat. The wonderful, wonderful cat. Wow. Received AZT treatments for the first 6 weeks of his life. Wow. They made sure they put that shit in him. They took him so they could do it. Today, Felix is a healthy 5-year-old and is back in the care of his family. Wow, but they still gave it to him the first 6 weeks of his life. Because why is he back in the care? Because he had family who cared, and it says back in the care of his family. Because his parents had family that cared for them and backed them, and that's how come they got it. They had taken 6 months, but they got him back. Rachel Doe was treated with AZT in utero and via formula during the first 6 weeks of her life. Her current health, developmental status, and whereabouts are unknown. Wow. Which means they did not keep up with them. They wonder what happened to those parents who told this stuff. Wow. Willie Brown served 2 terms as mayor of San Francisco. His AIDS policies remain unchanged after his meeting with Christian somebody. I don't know what that name is. It looked like maggot to me, but I know it's not. Despite the fact that HIV numbers in San Francisco peaked in the early 1980s, Brown's administration received ever-increasing AIDS funding throughout his tenure. Of course, because he is going to take the money to keep the AIDS coming, the funding for AIDS coming, of course, because he gets to, live the way he wants to live. Live the way Master live in a big house and have a nice car, and keep up with the Joneses. Matter of fact, I will pass the Joneses by. The Joneses will have to keep up with me. For money, he helped to deceive the people. But it is in San Francisco. And San Francisco is in California, and California does have 5 Twin Towers. 5. 5. No one else has 5. But California has 5. And then he won a Nobel Prize in chemistry for his invention of PCR, a revolutionary DNA amplification process, really. So he is still part of the CIA. They all are. They all are pink. They're just playing a game with us. It is called tug of war. The only one that actually loses in all of this is this man right here. So he says he loses everything. He no longer get prizes. You know? He no longer gets funding for what he wants to do. Is the cornerstone of the HIV viral lead therapy, despite Mullis's assertion that PCR cannot detect or diagnose viral infection, but yet that is what he is in the business of. This shit is funny, especially to see the pink man that was an African history scientist or some shit. That was funny as fuck. Now, United States also the Illuminati backwards, Vice President and Director of Molecular Biology. Still, they are messing with your body, biology, and LAR is a deity which will lead you back to God, and you are the God, and it is the biology of us. These bitches is fucking with at United States, like a Bernstein. Is this like a Bernstein? No. It should look like it. Technologies, but there's your IES that will take you back to Crowley. A word, renowned, scientific. There's your TI, and there's the money that they are making. He is making money. He is a vice president, director of some kind of, like a molecule. What are they doing? Going in our bodies, taking out molecules or some shit? What the fuck? These people are fucking nuts. He is a renowned scientific consultant. And, United States, that's all I can say. And a popular lecturer. So to say popular, this is God. So you are saying popular God, and this is what they're doing. The biology, doesn't that deal with our bodies? They're dealing with neuro and biology, linguistic, symbolic, other shit that's called for when you can't fucking see it, but your subconscious can. Man, these people are fucking nuts. And they say that I am delusional and that I have a mental problem. They send those stupid ass people to say I have a mental problem. And I keep going further. And when I say further, there's the thirdly, the devil. He is the devil for real. So I go further and further into seeing that their people's brain cells are just so fucked up. If someone is woke, this is 23 minutes long anyway. Shit talker out. And tomorrow I am coming back to talk about Martin Luther King, about how the pink man talks so badly about Martin Luther King. Now, that really fucked with me. Shit talker out.